one of our members has given me a theme for today, and I want to remind you that anytime you wish to have some particular conversation, just let me know, and I'll do my best to get it on. But the theme that was given to me for today was tenacity. And in effect, it's a very powerful word for us in today's world because it's so easy to give up. We have an idea, we have a hope, we have uh, an inkling of something, and then the because come, you can't do it, it can't be, it's not going to happen, and that blocks us. And so this is a time to remember that we have a purpose on this life, and that purpose is the evolution of the soul through uh, our participation. That's why we're in body. There is a point for doing. Uh, Spiritually, we always say, no, the most important thing is the being. Yes, the being needs to move through the doing so that they come together, so that um, every moment in life is vivid for us in a way that benefits us all, that benefits our planet, that benefits each other, that benefits our entire cosmos. That's why we're here. And so tenacity is key to that. How do we hold the course, stay the course? Remember the power of your choice that it is to be. But of course, there's a very tricky line between tenacity and stubbornness. Stubbornness doesn't allow us the fluidity. Tenacity can say, I will hold this, but I will allow energies to come in. I will allow motion, movement, so that it can come into being. Whereas very often when we're stubborn, we say, no, only this way, only my way. And we can't see the hologram. We can't see the gifts or the possibilities of so many other energies that circle around our vision or whatever that is. So let's begin by lifting ourselves, quickening our frequencies so that that tenacity has the ring of something of higher consciousness, of inclusion and illumination, the perception of all possibilities. So take a deep breath into your body and reach up into the cosmos and draw the white light, the beautiful white light from the cosmos down through the top of your head and laser it out across the planet and back into the sky. And breathe in and draw the white light down through your solar plexus, shedding that light beam across the planet and back into the sky. And once more, and this time as you bring the beam of white light down through your brain, feel it illuminating your brain, stimulating, quickening your megahertz, making you faster down through your heart. Feel it in your solar plexus, allowing that solar plexus ganglion to open the energies of the vagus nerve into the brain. Feel yourself lighting up. And then laser that out and back into the cosmos and open your eyes. So perhaps first it would be a good idea to look at that stubbornness in us. What is stubbornness? Stubbornness is about safety. It's about if it goes my way, then I will be important. I will count, or I will have power. But of course, stubbornness is that funnel of vision that doesn't allow the periphery. It doesn't allow the possibilities. And so we want to clear that stubbornness. You may have gotten that psychogenetically from someone in your family. As I'm speaking to you, is there a flicker of someone that you recognize in your family is very stubborn? And of course, when we see that in others, we forget that if we see it in them, it has to be in us. Otherwise, we wouldn't see it. We wouldn't have the reference to it. And so there's a little cosmic giggle to that because I've heard so many people talk about somebody else's negative qualities. And I'm watching and thinking, well, why don't you just release it from you? And then you it in them. You'll see something else in them. And best of all, you'll see something true inside you. Not a defense mechanism. Not I am not that, but I am that I am. So close your eyes. Take a deep breath into your body. And ask your body where it holds any residue of stubbornness, where you can't let go, whether it's from a conversation or some hurt that you felt, or it has to be my way. Just ask your body where it's holding that kind of encapsulation that, again, may be coming from your childhood, maybe coming from something you've picked up psychogenetically, but where in your body is that stubbornness? Might be in several places. And ask those places or that place to show you its energy. Does it look like a sticky black thing? Does it look like a busyness? Does it look like a stone or a sword? What does that stubbornness look like energetically? If you can imagine its energy, it helps you to release it. And now ask that place what frequency of light it needs to be released so that you don't carry it forward, so that you don't pass it psychogenetically on into this world as part of your legacy. No. What's the color? And whatever frequency of light comes to you, again, suck that into that place in your body. Feel it like an infinite stream of that frequency of light, that color, going into that place of your body or those places in your body and washing away through the power of light, washing away the stubborn energy that binds you, that imprisons you, that freezes the picture of potential. Wash it away. And then open your eyes, take a deep breath. I think it's so important when we clear something, when we release it from our body, that we then tune back in and feel that freedom. We want to acknowledge that there has been a change, that you're not bound there, that something opens now for you. Because if you're not stubborn, what will you allow? What will you discover? What will you open in your consciousness to? What will you quicken to bring to you and to your dreams, to your visions, to your world? That's what we want. It's so wonderful to release that. And then, again, switching our energy to a place that is above the fray, a place that says, I will not be caught in the limitations. I will be not a part of the naysayers, the pessimist. We don't have to be illusionary to be focused on potential. In fact, I think it's much more powerful to dream awake, to dream ourselves awake by seeing it illuminated in our consciousness, these potentials that are there. We can transmute. That's what that is, to be that kind of person. It's the kind of person that says, I'll find an answer. I'll find the way through. I will find something that inspires me, the vision. Because, it's not the goal. The goal, if we're focusing always on the goal, it takes us into the future, a very insecure future. I need this. I should. This is what has to happen. What we want to do is to experience that goal as something that is there because we have held it in our consciousness, because we have imagined it. And so that is the tenacity that we need, the capacity to bring ourselves into that point. I was thinking about that this week because we called the rain in our Sunday meditations, knowings, where we were saying we really need rain in Galisteo. And so, whenever you need rain someplace, or you want to send someplace rain that has terrible droughts, you can imagine that you are pulling it for someplace. Maybe there's a hurricane or someplace where there's too much water, too much rain. You can pull it from there into this place. And so, but once you hold that in your consciousness, to call the rain, to magnetize it, this is about magnetism, that we all of that potential of rain out there, because the rain just wants to rain. It doesn't care where. It's an entity, it's an energy. And once you look into that point where there is moisture, and then you magnetize it to wherever you are focusing, sometimes it takes a moment. I always say at meditation, when we call the rain, it may take 2 or 3 days. And so we had this beautiful, uh, actually on the second day, we had this beautiful rain cloud energy covering our sky. And I said, yes, everyone is holding. And then it disappears the next day. And so, what is that? Sometimes it's when you think it's going to happen, you let go. And that's where tenacity helps. And I always say to people, if you're going to call the rain, or you're going to choose something that you want to bring in from the unmanifest to manifestation, you have to have that tenacity. And you may come to it at different ways. At one point, you might be meditating on it. The next point, you might have to write it down. Write down rain and put it in your pocket. Stick it on your mirror. There are many ways you could sing to the rain. We can be silly in life and still be powerful, you know. In fact, it is that place where we let go of that chatter in the mind that says, yes, but this is difficult, but you have to do this or this. When we let go of that and we just stay with that tenacious, look what this is. I will be a part of this. I choose this. I put my attention, my love, my power into manifesting this. That takes tenacity. And so that's what I notice, that sometimes people at one moment they're going, yes, I will do this. And then they get distracted. And distraction can be that which weakens our will, that weakens our tenacity, that weakens our power to manifest. And so we want to feel that energy. So let's feel the word tenacity as an energy, so that we really begin to lock onto that. Shall we? Close your eyes. Take a deep breath into your body. And bring the word tenacity into your mind's eye. In whatever language is your mother tongue for you, because it may have a little tinge, a little tweak to it in a different language. But just bring your focus into that word tenacity. And then allow and ask your higher self to give you a visual of that, or a symbol, an object, or a color that represents that tenacity to you. So you might see it as a hammer, you might see it as a fist, you may see it as a hug, you may see it as light. So ask your higher self to give you a point of reference, so that you take it out of a word, a mental word, and you place it into an energetic form. See what you get now. Breathe in and ask for a symbol, an object, or a color that represents tenacity for you at this moment. So fascinating. Great. Now take a deep breath and draw that vibration, that energy of tenacity into your body. See where it comes in. Where does your body? Here's the question. Where does your body need the power of tenacity at this moment? Wherever that is, draw the tenacity, the vibration of it into that place of your body and see what happens. Mm. For me, it was a bullseye that began to ripple out like a rock dropping into a pond. Those ripples, concentric ripples, ripple out. Well, however it was for you is great, but I wanted to share that because it's so powerful. My whole body is feeling that concentric ripple continuing. And I'm going to command that, and you command yours. Command that it continue so that not only all of your trillions of cells experience it, take it in, but that they are able to hold it. That's the tenacity, to hold it and to use that representation and energy of it to really anchor it in so that it serves you and therefore serves your visions, your potential, and open your eyes. I really love that. It's a way of really in feeling the power that we have, to not let go. But at the same time, with tenacity, to not let go, to continue it, to keep it in our consciousness, but to allow the fluidity of it. Because again, anything that wants to come into manifestation, it's going to come in and it's going to bring potential with it. And that's going to cause it to begin to flow and to move and to get bigger. And that's what we want because everything is connected to everything. So, this thing that you wish for, this thing that would be healing to the earth or to uh, humans, um, it's going to begin to take on energies. It's going to be fed. And it is your tenacity to mark it and then to open it, to allow energies to come in to feed it so that it grows and it grows and it becomes again that experience. It's very, in a way, like jumping time. That you've heard me talk about the curvature of time, where the past and the present and the future all link up to each other. They form each other. They they dance, they infold with each other. And so when we have that tenacity, um, it's as if we could bilocate. For example, we can take something, here we are, but we can suddenly be in the result of that. For example, to smell the rain, or hear the rain, or feel the rain. And that's what allows us, again, to create more and more reference points for whatever that is. It is something that we can practice with our consciousness, uh, uh, which has to do with that bilocation. Sit for a moment at any time that you're meditating and imagine that you are someplace. I've just come back from the exquisite cosmic and very high frequencies of the seas of the Aegean Sea in Greece. And so I can still be there, as I said, talking to you. I truly can. And you can choose and practice that so that when you bilocate in your consciousness, you allow your astral body to use its 70 senses to feel the energy of something. And if we use that coupled with tenacity, what can we create? What can we experience in our lives? So let's now extend that power of tenacity into the world because humans need that now. We need to know that we can stay the course that things, yes, are changing at a very rapid rate, and we can change with them, and we can find the power of creativity to help us to um, hang on, let's say, to a vision or a knowing that everything is good, that everything has a purpose. It's never, why did this happen? I have to understand it. It's not about that. It's about the experience of it. As we say at the Light Institute, what is the gift? How can you use it? That's how we use tenacity. We hold on to it, and then we see how we can employ it, how we can enter it into whatever needs that energy, the power of our focus. So let's help humanity right now to stay the course and to hold that we are a part of the change. We are the change that's happening on this planet, and that we will orchestrate it well. We will guide ourselves and the world and each other. So close your eyes, take a deep breath, and bring into your mind's eye all of humanity. And ask humanity what color they need from you to feel the power, the strength of being tenacious, of holding a truth, of helping it to come into form, of creating something good out of anything that occurs, because there is purpose in all experience, and that purpose is evolution and change, and we are here to facilitate that. So, what's the color you get? Draw that color from the cosmos down through the top of your head and extend it out to all of humanity, and feel the deliciousness of answering what they have asked for from you. Exactly that frequency of light, that tone of color, tone of light. And feel it just broadcasting through the generations, through the races, through the cultures, through the experiences, through humanity as one soul family. And open your eyes. I've loved this conversation. I hope you will use it. Use life. I send you my great love and gratitude. Till next time.